he was a bad motherfucker. And then when his father died, he told his mother he was going to fight one more time, and that's it. And so he's in his prime still. Right now, he's in his physical prime. And he's like, so he told his mom he's done.
He's not coming back, you don't think?
Well, his protege is Islam Makhachev, who's now the new UFC lightweight champion. And Islam is as good as him in that same realm. Wow. I mean, it remains to be seen whether or not Islam can have a reign the way he did, but he just beat Charles Oliveira, who's one of the best ever. And he just ran through him to win the title.
That's a bad dude too, man.
And then, is Islam's legacy greater than Khabib's legacy?
Yes, just out of pure merit, 100%. Title defenses, a 2-weight division, but it's ironic, bro. If they were to fight, Khabib would beat him. And he said it himself, like, dude, if I was to fight this dude, he'd beat me.
I don't know if I could answer that, because what Khabib was able to do for the sport, the way Khabib was disposing of his guys, it's tough to say, but I do think Islam Makhachev is up there, man.
Islam Makhachev stands as the premier pound-for-pound fighter in the sport today and the reigning lightweight champion, defined by a dominant reign and a compelling legacy built on skill, discipline, and consistency at the highest level of competition.
There's been moments where we're in practice and I'm going with Khabib or Islam, and I'm the big guy. So generally, a smaller guy gets on top of you. When you decide it's over, you just throw him off of you. Yep. No technique, no skills. You just literally grab him and you kind of throw him off of you. I'm grappling with Islam once, and I try to throw him off of me, but he's still there. And so then I give him a little harder shove, and he's still there. Next thing you know, I'm grappling at 100% because the dude's that strong. But again, I had never really grappled with him in that way, like at a decent pace. So I didn't recognize the strength when he was trying to keep me down.
Now, Islam is one of the greatest lightweights of all time, in my opinion. I think he surpasses Khabib just based on how active he's been. I know some people think he hasn't been the most active. Oh, he's not very active. In terms of Khabib's run, I think Khabib had a total of like 13 or 14 UFC fights. I think Islam is already past that, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Khabib's title run is definitely better.
I mean, is it though? I mean, but he's got more wins. It might be better because he's fought all 55ers. Okay, I give him that. But in terms of
it was like
wins,
Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, Ali Quinta. I think those are better.
Max Holloway. Who fought Max Holloway?
Didn't Khabib? No, he didn't fight Max. He fought. Who was the other one? F me. I'm getting cooked for that. Who was the other one? Connor.
Yeah. He had a great run. I'm not saying, but I'm just talking wins, consecutive wins as a champion. I think Islam is up there. I think, in my opinion, he surpassed him because of all the wins of the credible guys he's beaten to get to the belt, and then the guys he's beaten for the belt. Yeah, I know the Volk one, you could say he's a 45er, but he beat the guy who was pound for pound at the time. Yeah, the short notice one, I get that as well. But to do what he did to do Bronx, the way that he did it was super impressive. And I think there's got to be some respect on that. And, of course, Dustin Poirier, after losing multiple title fights, he made a lot of good adjustments. And then for Islam to beat him the way that he did, you know, he had to grit it out. It wasn't an easy fight. It was back and forth. Came down to the fifth round, in my opinion. He got to finish.
Do you believe that Islam could be the 185-pound champion if he wanted to, let's say, jump from 155 to middleweight at 185?
I 100% feel Islam can do that if that's what he wanted to do. But it's what he wants to do that will happen, not his ability. His ability, come on, I see it in the gym, guys. I see it. So I know how good this guy is. So, yeah, 185 is not going to be an issue for him. It's a matter of whether he wants to. When he comes in training camp, he's always walking around 179, 180. So obviously, if he ever went to middleweight, he'd have to put on some muscle. But not saying he can't, and not saying he won't or doesn't want it. I don't know. We never discussed it. We have discussed welterweight, but again, as long as Bilal's there, that I just don't see that ever happening.
Everybody talks about how heavy he is, but in reality, I was heavier than him. If you look the numbers, I was 181 and he was 178. I didn't feel he that strong at all, at least on the pressure, you know. But like you say, I cannot say that because I feel like he let me get up. I rushed trying to get on my feet, and unfortunately he got a very tight position. I was very impressed. No excuses, Islam is a great fighter, but I just feel frustrated about myself making such a amateur mistake, you know.
Islam Makhachev has now cemented his status as a double champion, further elevating his position at the top of the sport. With this historic achievement, fans are increasingly calling for a high-profile matchup with Khamzat Chimaev, viewing it as a potential clash between two of the most dominant and well-rounded fighters of this era.
Ты вообще веришь в бой Чимаева и Махачева?
Не верю. Не верю в этот бой, так как в следующий бой я не думаю, что Хамзат захочет спуститься. 7-7.
А ты бы кому отдал предпочтение в этом потенциальном бою?
Конечно, Хамзату. Там совсем другая антропометрия. Когда с Хамзатом борешься и с парнями, которыми на 7-7 килограмм, это вообще разные люди. Он как клещ вот так закрывает тебя. Но Ислам все равно 70-ник. Он 70 килограмм боец. И по антропометрии, и по весу, и по всему. Сколько бы он сейчас там не пытался набрать, может быть, даже сыграет плохо в его сторону. Может быть, он наберет лишний вес, лишние килограммы, за которые может поплатиться в бою, что может быстрее устать.
Islam goes on and says, I don't want to fight Khamzat Chimaev. I don't want to open any door of conflict between our people. I beat Jack Della Maddalena. I would then want to fight Ilia Topuria. That's my preferred super fight. So Islam Makhachev goes and becomes the welterweight champion. His eyes are now set on Ilia Topuria at 155.
I saw Khamzat said easiest way to pound for pound number one is to fight Islam. Do you think that fight would play out?
Khamzat is in middleweight.
Well, I think Islam said before that he wants to go to middleweight.
I don't think this is possible. Think about from UFC perspective. Let's say I fight Corey Sahagan, 6 months later, if I fight for the 145 belt. If I win this belt, then I need another 6 months to defend my belt. This is 1 year later in my weight class. And I need another 6 months to defend another belt. I'm holding divisions. That's why I don't think UFC would like to have this.
Khamzat said that he'd be interested to potentially move back down to welterweight, and obviously Islam's moving up to welterweight. He's having this blockbuster fight with JDM. But have you thought about how big a Islam Khamzat fight could potentially be? Super fight down the line, that would be massive.
And this will never happen. First of all, Khamzat is too big. I don't think he can ever make welterweight. They know each other. They're from the same region. These fights make absolutely no sense. Khamzat has so many contenders to clean out the division before even he thinking about moving to different weight division. And I think he will defend his title. And every guy's gonna bring a different challenge for him.
How do you think a match goes between Islam and Khamzat Chimaev?
Oh, because Islam's up at welterweight, Khamzat would go down? Oh man, that'd be crazy. Khamzat will smash Islam. He's way too big. He's way too long. Oh my God, it'd be unfair. I think he bullies him.
That's it for today's video. So what are your thoughts on this? Share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.